Morning again. Yeah, it's 7:30 here in central Michigan. It's supposed to be a pretty decent day. But look, got a call. Amazing how this works. My favorite citizen journalist, G4T, has put up a video about the police intentionally setting fire to the cabin that Dorner was in. And he plays what is supposed to be a recording from a police scanner, which it may very well be, but it's edited by somebody. In doing some self-directed research on the internet, I was able to find some videos of this posted on YouTube. I also was able to find several sites that talked about it. If you're interested in checking it out, all you got to do is, like I did, Google burners used against Dorner, and all this shit will pop up. But anyway, the whole video that G posts is like 35 seconds long. Okay. One guy actually did a timeline on the actual incident, and between the time the cops say, you know, we're going to deploy the burners, and the time the house starts or is on fire, it's like 23 minutes. But obviously, in a 35-second YouTube video, you know, to get that in there, it had to have been edited. Okay? And I'm not saying G did it. I don't think he did, being honest. I think he's a kind of a half-assed victim. I think he saw it somewhere and jumped on it. But anyway, during the course of this video, which the ones I found were like 5 to 8 minutes long, okay? At 2 minutes and 10 seconds, you hear a cop saying, apparently this was a clean out of a house. Appears a family member located some sort of RPG round, not in a tube, now sitting on top of a box. Then the same guy says, and I believe he's talking to an EOD unit at this point, you want us to just hold down the scene and wait for your arrival? Well, wait a minute. Now, I was watching this thing on CNN and Fox News yesterday. There's never any mention of any RPG units or anything like that. So, I think somebody edited this, okay, scanner tape or recording, and apparently didn't do a very good job because they left in stuff that, you know, shouldn't have been there. And I'm quite certain that the operation at that cabin was probably, even though I realized they were switching channels off and on, that they were the only ones on the channel that was involved in that situation. I mean, the normal procedure would be to have everybody clear a channel and then move that incident there so that everybody involved in that incident and nobody else was on there, so there wouldn't be any confusion in the operation. Now, the other thing that's interesting is my buddy Gary told me that he makes mention of the Geneva Convention, and I had him shoot me the link to that G didn't mention it in this video. He put it down in the description box, I guess. it was, where it would have been. But anyway, he makes mention of, the Geneva Convention, and this is illegal, and yada, yada, yada. Well, the bad news is that the Geneva Convention is about military at war. It's not about police departments with a barricaded hostage, a barricaded suspect. There weren't any hostages. So the rules of warfare have absolutely nothing to do with this. The Geneva Convention has nothing to do with this. Once again, that's just some misdirected, BS. Okay. Or maybe G just doesn't know the Geneva Convention doesn't have anything to do with civilian police departments, that it's about the military. That's possible. Historically, I've noticed he's not real good at research in some areas. Anyway, look. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but burner is a slang term for CS grenade, which I heard yesterday the cops saying they were firing CS grenades. But CS grenades are not, quote unquote, meant to be incendiary devices. Okay? They're not firebombs. They disperse a chemical agent, okay, which in this case would have been used to try to get him to come out of the building. They're not like a Molotov cocktail firebomb, which is what the Geneva Convention actually talks about. And it does say that use of smoke grenades, CS grenades, and things like that are legitimate because they're not intended to be incendiary devices. However, they are very capable of starting a fire under the right circumstances. So, that's it. This is just more of the misguided information, speculation. I don't know. G doesn't watch mainstream media, so I don't recall yesterday while I was watching TV and looking back and forth at the Drudge Report of them doing a blow-by-blow of what was going on. So he didn't know that, all that time elapsed between the time they talked about the CS grenades and the time that the house started on fire. So there's his defense. I'll give it to him. But like I said, it seems that the tape recording of the scanner was definitely edited and then put out. So, take it for what it's worth. Anyway, thumbs up, thumbs down. Comment. Tell me I'm an idiot, whatever you want. That's fine. I won't block you. Yeah, I won't take down your comments. Subscribe if you haven't. If you see this is worthy of anything, share with a friend. And try to have a good day, because I am. Bye-bye now.